I go by Kon. I don't do a lot of radio stuff, but I think pop music doesn't have to be bad. I mean, you know, 60s, 70s, 80s, and even 90s, pop music was really fun as an adolescent. I mean, the 80s were great. You had Duran Duran and Bowie and Rick James and Prince and Michael and all that stuff, Hall & Oates. The climate today just doesn't really allow for that. So I think when I play, I try to challenge myself, but at the same time for the crowd, make things also digestible, regardless if they know it or not, you know? I think a lot of things end up eating themselves if you study music at all in terms of just its relationship to society. You know, music is a reflection of society. That said, I think things are kind of sad if that's really holds true. The messages today that are prevalent in popular music are pretty stale and sad. The club, I'm at the club, I got a bottle at the club, I got a bitch at the club, I got some money, and I'm still at the club. It's just like, yeah, I mean, for me, it's not all about that. I'm hoping it does, the shift comes, maybe something a little bit more, with a little bit more substance comes back to life in terms of popular music. But it doesn't matter, the underground's always there anyway, and that shit dictates, that it takes a while to get to the masses, but it always does. Did disco ever really go away? Really? I don't think it really did. I think now, in the past couple of years, you've had its resurgence in terms of the popular mainstream. I mean, last summer was Get Lucky and all that stuff, but again, that's mainstream to a degree. But behind the scenes, there's tons of us that have been getting down with that long before Pharrell and Daft Punk came along and changed it up on people, which was cool. But so I don't know. I don't know what the new shit's gonna be. You never know. I just can only do what I try to just do what I feel. You know, people are either seekers or they're non-seekers. You know, people need to be programmed. Most people come to a club, they need to be told what's cool. Other people, I'm a cool motherfucker. That's how other people kind of have that vibe, and they're just like, man, this is the bullshit. I'm off that. I'm trying to find the different shit, and there is some of that going on for sure. Aside from what I do, there's a couple other cats back home. It's my dude Caserta. He's a producer, up and coming guy. Soul Clap is obviously from Boston, and though they don't really live there. There's a lot of other things that have gone on around this kind of little circle. Maven, which is a school for music, they do a night called Make It New. It's tough. It's not as easy as other cities that I travel to. There's a lot of people in the underground that have their own sound. Motor City Drum Ensemble, my guy Recluse, this guy named That Man Monks. That's that. But I definitely think there's a lot of people that pass the torch, that keep the flame alive, and the melting pot between house, techno, disco, the lines are blurred. I want people to feel the music and not look like the whole thing with the iPhone shit, and that's what, I don't even understand what that is. Like, I mean, unless it's like a showcase and it's a DJ and it's somebody who's really getting busy, I get it. But like, if you're just playing records and you're like creating a vibe and really building a groove, and you're doing your thing within that context, why are you looking at, I mean, what are you, you're not capturing that essence. Just go get lost, feel it, and that's my take on it. So this whole time you've been rocking out with me. Thank you very much. I go by Kon, that's K-O-N. We're at Crowbar, Old Dirty Sundays, Tampa. Let's go have some fun. Peace.